Hello, so my webcam's not working today, but that I still want to do an election look at the election for 2020 as it's currently being determined. And so we're going to start by looking at using a couple tools. First of all, we're going to have this 2020 map from 270 to win. And we're also going to have, that was just me remembering how betting odds work. And we're also going to look at a few different mechanisms. Well, the first website is the Morning Consult, which is similar to what Let's Get Play Elections did. So starting with that, I set the 270 to win map to same since 2000. So brown states are the ones that, I'm used to gray being neutral. Oh well. Brown states are ones that have voted for the same party since 2000. There are a couple of states here we have to shade. And so starting off, you see Democrats have an advantage, having 16 more solid votes than the Republicans. Arizona is actually a swingy state, as we're seeing right now in the results. And it looks like all of the other, and Georgia is also amazingly a net disapproval for Donald Trump. Whether this will actually turn into more support for the Democrat in 2020 remains to be seen. Besides that, all the other states look to be, hold on, there are definitely some errors here. In Kansas, he has, so here's where it is right now. And then if we scroll down, oh yeah, so what I did is that then I looked at their numbers here. So this is ranked by approval. All of the states above 50% have voted for Republicans since 2000. But you can see that in Alaska, I'm going to shade the ones where Trump has disapproval as being, hold on, let me see, how do I change the way, I want to have lean states, that's the issue. So Alaska has a net disapproval, so we're going to put that as a lean Republican. We're going to put that as a lean Republican state. And same with Kansas and Missouri. Texas. He doesn't even have majority approval in Texas. He is not going to do well. Or Utah. Florida. But that's still flippy. Georgia. Democrats are in the lead, so we're going to put that as a lean Democratic state. North Carolina. And all of the ones that are lean Democrat, we're going to put, let's just make the lean map. So Florida currently leans Democrat. Georgia leans Democrat. North Carolina leans Democrat. Basically, all of these other states are lean Democrat from what I can tell. Yeah. So let's just do that. Oh, Indiana. Indiana is currently majority approval for Trump. So we're going to put that in the Republican column. As a lean because they voted for Obama in 2008. And Michigan and Wisconsin, Iowa, they're all majority Democrat. So we're going to put those as lean Democrat because of the last election. Colorado is a Democrat. New Mexico, I'm going to put those under that column because they voted for Clinton. Arizona is a toss-up. Right now, Arizona is looking like they are... Oh, this is the no swing states. As you can see, it's looking pretty good for the Democrats right now. To put it lightly. AZ. Oh yeah, they're actually leaning Democrat. Okay. This is the 50% or more, and the shadings are the ones which have minority, no majority. So that would be Ohio, North Carolina. Oh wait, no, Michigan. That's most states actually. So Michigan is a solid Democrat. So is Wisconsin even. Iowa is majority disapproval. And Virginia is... oops, wrong one. That is a really popular... But yeah, they are... Oh, Virginia's actually swingy towards Democrats. And it looks like Pennsylvania's Democrat held. Meaning Democrats are over 270 with just the states that Trump has majority disapproval. if we look at it this way, we can see very clearly Trump doesn't really have a path to victory. Oh, New Hampshire is gonna go for the Democrats, not like they're gonna swing it. So, looking at the swing states leaning Democrat, which is Ohio, Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, Democrats have 373 votes, even with Utah, Texas, Missouri, Kansas, and Alaska even not being majority for Trump, but being plurality for Trump. It's looking pretty likely that the Democrats are going to win in 2020, assuming there's no election fraud in terms of people not being able to vote. So right there, it looks pretty good. And let's say we even shade and even if we made all of these states that are swingy as true swing states, we would still have 282 for the Democrats. So there's really no way that we're going to see Trump win in 2020, assuming nothing changes. I need to not tap my microphone. Sorry about that. And assuming nothing changes, we're still likely to see the Democrats win in 2020. So this is the time to get the strongest, best candidate we possibly can and really follow our values. And of course, even with the margin of errors, they don't even matter. Virginia, Ohio, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, doesn't matter. Utah is in the margin of error. And Kansas is well within the margin of error. Missouri is at the margin of error. And Alaska is within the margin. Alaska might vote Democrat in this election. That is amazing. Unlikely, but still a possibility. Where's Indiana? Indiana is a solid Republican, not like it matters. Oh, they have 100 votes. Even when we count for margins of error, the Democrats still run away with 282 electoral college votes. Trump doesn't seem to have a path to victory at all. Texas is the only one that leans for Trump without majority approval, where the margin of error is not bigger than the margin. So we're probably going to see the Democrat win in 2020, so we need to have the best candidate we can. Looking at betting odds, we can then go a little further. Democratic nominee Kamala Harris is truly at the top, and that's because she's the first one to declare, and she's a great candidate. Donald Trump for the election doesn't even have majority odds. So basically the way you read this is that if your numerator is smaller than your denominator, it's over a 50% probability. Right now it's so early, there's so many candidates, really hard to say. Look at Real Clear Politics polls. We're looking at Michigan. Democrats beat Trump no matter who wins and runs, and no matter who wins the primary. And same thing with the general election. Nationwide, doesn't matter. North Carolina, Trump might carry it, but we're still seeing Biden and Sanders be able to really come ahead. Harris is tied, which is interesting. Joe Biden, former vice president, he's getting consistently the highest numbers, which is really interesting. Man, he should have ran in 2004. Why didn't he run in 2004? That seems really bizarre. Oh well. So we had another 4 years of Bush. I'm old enough to remember that. Here's on Betfair, looking at their odds. Democratic odds are way better than the Republican candidate, who will likely be Trump, to win. Next president, currently, Betfair is putting Donald Trump as the top odds, but that's because there's so many Democratic candidates. It's really hard to say who is actually going to win. And then if we look at, we don't need that. So basically what we're seeing is that whoever the Democrats nominate, assuming they're a good candidate, is probably going to win. It will be a runaway election, and we need to do well. And hopefully that will work. So we will see.